Everybody, this is Caroline 40. Wait, it's 8245, and we're reading Chapter 2 of Darkiplier X Reader. You had a hitch on you, opened your eyes, and remembered very little of what happened. You looked around the room to see nothing much, mainly just darkness. You looked straight up to see a tiny light bulb dangling over your head. You tried moving your wrist and noticed that they were tied up to the chair. That you were can't read that, guys. Sitting on, well, mainly tied up to. You struggled with the rope from a complete of a second until you heard a low chuckle and saw someone come up to you. It was Darkiplier. He stopped at about a couple of inches away from you and crouched down. You stared deep into his eyes. You thought of his eyes as a dark abyss that was hard to look away from. He smiled and stood back up. You looked up. Why did you say that you wanted me? You asked quietly, still kind of scared of him. Because I do, he replied as he walked back into the darkness. You heard rushing as you wondered what he was doing. You shook at the thought out of your head. Okay, why do you want me? You asked. He came back into the light, holding a knife this time. He walked up to you and crouched down again, eye level to be exact. He pressed a knife against your cheek, not looking into your eyes, but concentrating on the knife. Well, I want to make a deal with you, he replied, while moving the knife down towards your neck. His eyes still followed it. What kind of deal? You asked. He quickly lifted up his knife from your neck, leaving a little cut in the process. You waited in pain, but quickly rugged your whatever that's called. He looked at the knife as he placed the point in his palm of his hand. You could save Mark, he said, now looking up at you. How? You asked sternly. He chuckled. you would have to live with me. You looked down at your lap, living with him just to save Mark's life? I mean, you would do anything to save Mark. But you wanted to test the limits. What if I decline? You asked, looking up at him. Oh, you don't want to save your poor Marky Moo, he taunted. You blushed a little for no reason. He rolled his eyes and bent forward to the point where his lips were next to your neck. We both know that you would do anything for Mark, but if you did decline, then he would have to suffer through horrible torture. You nodded your head in understanding as he backed away. Well, he asked, is it a deal? Deal? You thought for a moment. Why do you even want me to live with you? You asked. He smiled. I want to have some fun with you. You blushed a little as you looked at the ground. This made him smile more. Well, he asked once again. You nodded your head slowly. Fine, I'll do it, you replied. He chuckled as he snapped his fingers once. You blacked out. Okay, that's the end of this chapter, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Okay? Bye-bye!